What's guys, we're back to Sports Talk 101. In today's video, we'll cover some more preview and prediction videos today. We're covering the Big 12, making my way to the Big 12 right now. The majority of the Big 12 actually. I got just few more teams, four more teams, two more teams. After this video, will be three more teams in the Big 12. Today, we'll look at the Kansas Jayhawks and the forward team. We'll break down the schedule. We'll break down, preview, predict the schedule. My thoughts on the schedule, what my thoughts are on Kansas and the future of them. Let's get started now.
Ideas move fast.
Let's get started. The Kansas is a really good team. Okay, they have better team of college football. Not really the absolute of college football, but they've been a decent team in college football world. Okay, they are one of the best team. Not the best team in college football, but they're a good team. Okay, I like Kansas. I like the Jayhawks. They're good. Jay Daniels last year. Oh, Jay Daniels. Look, I love Lance Leopold. He's a really good coach. Okay, what is doing right now at Kansas? And I know that they have a decent recruiting class. We are the top tier recruiting team, whatever. But I do know this: the Kansas is a team, and don't get me wrong, and I could be completely wrong. Again, that's why I do the best way I do. Is this. I think you look at what Kansas is and what, especially the Big 12. You got teams like Texas Tech, BYU, and whatnot. But Kansas team, to me, that's what I'm thinking, is they're a good team. Offensively, defensively. Jalen Daniels last year, really good season for Kansas last year in the Big 12. And I think, to me, that's. I think it's they're a good team. Okay, offensively, defensively. Okay, also offensively, one of the best teams offensively last year in the Big 12. Um, um, yes, it's in the sense that Kansas is a good team, and right now, I'm looking at the odds right now. Kansas odds. They're not like you win a college football team or Big 12. They can win the Big 12. But can they? They can. They're competing teams like Texas Tech and whatnot. Um, but odds to win the Big 12, Kansas odds are plus 9,900. So this is not terrible. Let's see here. So it gives you the words of Kansas. And I believe they went. I'm not mistaken. Let's see what Kansas won last year. What was Kansas record last year? Look, I like Kansas. I like Lisbon. Like I said, Jay Daniels, really good team last year. Competitive team. They recruit decently. And let's talk about the recruiting class, actually. Let me show you the recruiting class. I use 24/7 for the recruiting class. Decent recruiting class. They collect decent recruiting class every year. Collect nicely in the transfer portal, like every year they do. The big names in our message right now is Chase Jenkins from Rice, the quarterback. But the big one is Dylan Edwards, the running back from Kansas State, coming to his rival Kansas. Look, Dylan Edwards is one of the best running backs last year in the Big 12. I think he led the Big 12 in most rushing yards and touchdowns. So I like Dylan Edwards. He's really good to pick up. Good for Kansas. They're really good running back in him. Let's see. I didn't pick up big names. They actually picked up. No, that's the biggest name is Dylan Edwards and Dylan Edwards, of course, Jake Jenkins, the quarterback from Rice. I don't know if Jake Jenkins will be the quarterback. I don't know what the scenario is for quarterback position in Kansas, but I do know this they're a good team. Um, um, they went 5% last year. Okay, then last year for his fifth season, not the greatest season last year, but Jalen Daniels passed for 235, 2,531 yards. The running back last year in Kevin Keisha rushed for 585 yards. And they averaged about what 28.1 point games per game and allowed 6.8 games. So they really didn't have a great season. Last year, of course, and 3-6 in the Big 12. But I think the future is bright for Kansas. I think if you guys turn around and good. And I look at DraftKings. Let's see what DraftKings here. Regular season wins for the Big 12 and for Kansas looking at 5.5. I think it's right, but I don't think they're over 5.5. I think they can win. Which is the start of season with actually two good games to start the season, and then you got a really knock-on game against two knock-on to start the season, and you start your conference game starting with Arizona State. Do you guys start the season? This is what I noticed about the season. Well, first of the season, you have two games, Friday night. They're both at home. Now we've seen crazy things happen Friday night. Now I think you will win these two games against LIU and against Missouri. I think you'll win those two games. But it's Friday night. I've seen crazy things Friday night. And here's the best thing: you get two Friday night back to back and get off the week, get it done. I also get it for more Friday night games. You do not, except for the conference championship game if you play. But you know how I feel about it. Then you get Arizona State. I think you win this game. I think you beat Arizona State. Get by a week. You do beat Middle Tennessee, and then this is where you draw your first loss. I think your losses are going to come down to Utah State. You're going to lose to rival Kansas State. I'm sorry, it's on the road. You're going to lose to TCU. You're going to lose to Baylor. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, and your fifth losses will come against BYU and then against Oklahoma State. And I think you'll win the next two games against UCF and I guess Mountaineers. You go for the season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6-6. So that's better than going 5-7 last year, right? Over under 5.5. I said I'm gonna take the over. Right there. go 6-6 for the Jayhawks in 2026. It's my preview prediction. I think the future's bright. Like it, out to the video. Peace.